you're having a headache? Is that what happens at Happy Business Network when you build relationships? People get headaches here? Is that what this is about?
It's not the norm. But if you're sitting in front of your computer all day, every day, it's a thing that can happen. But anyway. What else to talk about? We are always looking for people to join us on our podcast, or the podcast. There we have got a few of them at the moment on different topics, ranging from women and children to crypto to pets to diet to mental health awareness. About veterans. So there's quite a few disability advocacy. So there's quite a few. And a lot of it is just about who you are, what you do, and promoting yourself or your organization. And I encourage everybody to connect with me if you are interested or know somebody who is interested in being on a show. And I encourage everybody to check out the Happy Neighborhood Project too, and all of the networking events. And so I encourage everybody to join the Happy Neighborhood Club. Got in Clubhouse. And
What's going on, Emily? We hear clicking. What's the clicking all about?
Huh?
We heard clicking. You're clicking around. What are you clicking on? What's going on?
Alright, I have a headache. Not in the greatest shape right now. But we did get the name of a new person from Gloria. For one of the shows. So I was going to reach out to her. And she
Gloria?
has
Who's Gloria?
a former captain and mentor of the Happy Neighborhood Project, who is in Minnesota at the moment. So I was going to reach out to this person named Teresa. Teresa already has the calendar link, so let's see if she schedules a time or not. But we've had quite a few people from the Happy Neighborhood Project shows, but we'd like to see some new people, new faces, and the veteran people who've been on our shows before are more welcome to come back as well. But would like to see a few new faces, so anyway, so please connect with me to be on a show. I am also a virtual assistant, so if anybody like getting help with some virtual assistant stuff, you contact me for that. And the Happy and Bird Project has connected with uh, so Happy and Bird Project has a few special discounts. One of them being sales flow, where you can get unlimited leads. And there is Zoom, where you can only pay like about $30 a month instead of the $250. And there is Happy Video Marketing with Dub. With creating all about creating videos. So you can take advantage of those. And we're also always looking for co-hosts and moderators. So please connect with me if you are interested in that. And the Happy Android Project does have a house now on Clubhouse, which there is a weekly hangout on Friday evenings at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central. And encourage everybody to join us on that. As well as our Ability Now house that we have, which is a hangout night Saturday evenings at 7 Eastern.
All right, what's next? What's on the program? We got 10 more minutes. The power of 10. Let's do it up. What you got, Emily?
You have anything? So I'm trying to think of something to say at the moment. And trying to get over my headache.
Well, Emily, one of the great things about HNP and Happy Business Networking is the idea of happiness as a default position and staying happy. And so when you have a headache, what might we do? So, Emily, let's do that exercise. It's always good to take a deep breath. Our brains need plenty of oxygen. And when that carbon dioxide and other things build up in the brain, that kind of gives us the cloud and the tension, the inflammation. So let's just take a minute to kind of go to that. Just, you can just kind of sit up straight, put your feet flat on the ground. You can have your palms out, put your fingertips together, get that chin up, expand that rib cage and get those lungs expanding. Breathe in through the nose. Go ahead, everybody. Breathe in through the nose. and then slowly let it release back out. And release it all out. That release gets rid of the impurities, the carbon dioxide, and everything that gives us the inflammation, the tension, and what we don't want on that breathing out. And then just take a nice breath in, and then we go. So a little reboot, recharge, kind of what practitioners sometimes share with us at the Happy Neighbor Project as we're doing happy business networking, building relationships with those who understand these dynamics that might lead to a headache. So, Emily, take it over. You've got about an 8 minute, real hard drive here. What do you have next? For the program, what did you prepare for the hour, Emily? Take it away.
Not sure I really have anything else at the moment, actually.
Well, Emily, tell the story. I mean, let's go back in time. Let's go back to when you worked for Anna Marie Oblivion with the Prosperity Pathways and Onward and Upward, and you heard that she was going to be on the radio show, and you're like, oh, that's cool, Anna Maria. That's exciting. And then you had a day where you showed up online through Zoom and Restream, and you met a guy by the name of Dave Stevens, and you heard how it's all connected to Dave Clark, and there's Doug, and all of a sudden there's all this stuff with the disability channel, and all of a sudden Anna Maria is starting, a Veterans Onward to Prosperity TV show with TDC, and by January um, 2021, you're co-host with HNP Wisconsin. We just had Edwin Edeberry on last Tuesday. Come on, Emily, dive into the story. You got 7 minutes. Tell us your story of 2.5+ years.
So just to let everybody know, Kurt and I, started HNP Wisconsin a couple of years ago. And, I think the year was merged with Minnesota, but, which both Wisconsin and Minnesota were two separate meetings, but now it's been combined to one. But hopefully we could maybe um, um, get back to being two separate meetings. And Jonathan said he's coming soon. And so I've had a few different co-hosts for HNP Wisconsin. And we've had a few different captains and mentors as well. We started off with Gabriella Waterman out of California, and then we had Gloria, then Kurt. So as so now our current co-hosts are Kurt's wife Sue, me, Carol Lamb, and Charlie King. And I would love everybody to join us every Tuesday at 1 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Eastern for the Wisconsin Minnesota meeting. Um, and so it's I heard about HNP through a mutual friend in kind of fall winter of 2020 or yeah 2020 and so met with Funk, all that, and the Wisconsin meeting started in January of 2021. And with me and Kurt and Anna Maria Blevin and um, anyway, we're still going there, so I'm happy. It's been a good fun experience. Kurt, have you had a fun experience?
Oh yeah, always having a fun experience. You want to tell them about Barry Shore? That's fun.
Very sure out of California. Um, who is the ambassador of joy. Um, Very short as a character with coming up with acronyms for quite a few different things and singing parts of instead of talking he sings sometimes and so yeah um, he was paralyzed and now um, he's back but swims like a couple of miles a day. There's still a few things he can't really do, like going up like on a curb or anything like that. He has a big walking stick, but um, going from being like completely paralyzed to being mobile um, is kind of a miracle. And, right, Kurt?
That is correct. So, how do people find what Barry Shore does and to get those smile cards?
Then you go to barryshore.com and you get his book and smile cards and among other things on barryshore.com. He's talked at our like International Day of Happiness and Global Summits before, and yeah. So were you gonna say something, Kurt?
Well, I was just noticing the silence and trying to figure what do you have for us with the minutes ahead. Take it away.
Um, we are at our official end time. Um, since it is 5:01. Um, and especially since nobody's here, and I have to get ready. I think I am going to hop off. Um, and or end the meeting.
Well, can you establish more definitive handoff with Jonathan? Because you gave an announcement on him, and so I'm not sure what's coming up with his role here.
I don't know. All he said is finishing up and coming soon. He hasn't given me any kind of exact time or anything that he's going to be back on here.
Okay, so what would you like to do with that? What can we do with this situation and come up with your solution? What do you got?
I'm going to send a message and tell him that it's just you and me in here, and I've had nobody for the last half hour, and that I have to get going if I'm going to the basketball game, and wondering if he was when he was going to show up.
Okay, so what happens here with our replay while you're doing that?
Um, I don't know. Is there something you'd like to say or promote or anything like that?
Well, how many minutes do you need? What time are you going to be back on here for our transition?
And just like a couple minutes.
All right, so can you give me the time on the clock that you'll be
I
resuming?
like maybe 5:05.
5:05. Give me 5:05. All right, go to it, Emily. We'll give you till 5:06. I know the clock just ticked to 5:04. So go ahead and do your thing to bridge us to potentially Jonathan De La Rosa. We're just making some confirmations on our handoff here. Jonathan De La Rosa has a show that has to do with My Big Win. So that is a show that he featured me on at one point, and so I know he's putting finishing touches on a bunch of recordings that he has done and putting them up for his YouTube viewings. And so look for Jonathan De La Rosa with This Is My Big Win. And, let's support the great work that he's doing. And he has call center capacity and helping people field a ton of calls. Like when you have Emily working for you, the phone just rings off the hook all day long, every day, stacking up one call after another. So yeah, and out here, we hear a lot from this guy by the name of David Gruber. He's an attorney, and he has really branded himself with the saying, "One call, that's all." So good stuff going on there. So as we're plugging along here, I am using Instagram. So again, Instagram ties right in here to Clubhouse, and I like to use that because it's kind of handy on Clubhouse how people are able to come and be invited to take a look at what I'm doing. Before Clubhouse, I never took much attention to Instagram, but thanks to Clubhouse here, I have been hitting Instagram and choosing that on my device to go live. I did a little sample of Emily talking to get out to my Instagram audience to know what it is like here to do happy business networking, building relationships. And so, speaking of Emily, it's 5:06 and it's the OMG EMG moment. Take it away, Emily.
I sent Jonathan a text message. I don't know if everyone will get a response, but I have to get going since I have to get ready. So I told whoever that I was going to be ready in about 5 minutes. So I am going to be taking off.
Well, Emily, I need your continued assistance. I'm not hearing that Happy Business Networking, building relationships, placed the call to Jonathan, because we really need to take all the steps we can to learn from him. If he intended to say that we keep the room open, or what may be going on. So I'm really counting on you as co-moderator here to place that call and report back to with what we're doing on producing this replay, in terms of if Jonathan is going to come and ping people and maybe take it into a second hour. Just really trying to get the clarity here for what's developing right now with Happy Business Networking. So is that an affirmative that phone call is being made?
I'll
Trying.
try to call. I'll try calling him too.
Okay, sounds good. Hopefully he answers. I'd make it quick and slick. So again, pleased to be here with you for the Happy Neighborhood Project, HNP, with the Happy Co-op, the happiest place in the world for business people. And it's Emily Gomer, who is lead moderator here, and her sidekick, Jonathan De La Rosa. And I'm just the guy that hangs around them, hangs around these folks. So here we go. Rate Instagram. Oh my goodness, all sorts of stuff coming up here. They want me to rate it. I don't know if it's a simple one. Nope, looks like it's complicated. Here we go. An error was installed. Interesting stuff. I'm working off of a tablet, and so just trying to find here. So taking a look at this 2-minute video.
You had a fun experience?
Yeah, there we go. I had a fun experience.
Yeah. Always having a fun experience. You want to tell them about Barry Shore? That's fun.
So there we go. That's fun. So there we go. Captured on Instagram. So look for me,
Kurt,
folks, on Instagram. Emily, what you have to report? What came in?
Kurt, what are you doing? What are you doing? Uh, Putting a phone call on Instagram.
I am putting Clubhouse on Instagram to promote your club event rooms, so that maybe someday in the future somebody might actually come, because I didn't know I signed up to just create these replays. These replays are awesome, but my impression is you were going to have this room stacked with 20, 30 people just
Well,
chomping.
it's all three of us need to be inviting people.
So are you going to be addressing that with Jonathan? Is that what you're telling our audiences here?
Yeah, but you shouldn't have been able to hear the phone call though.
I shouldn't have been able to hear the phone call?
Yeah.
What, you didn't want me putting out on Instagram, you and your mom talking? That's not what.
Really, when Jonathan was on the phone, you didn't hear him talking.
I didn't hear him talking?
Yeah, that's what was supposed to happen when I called.
So when you talked to him, what did he say about what he's told you before by text?
He didn't answer the phone. I ended up leaving a voicemail.
Okay. So what is your plan at this point, Emily? Take it away.
I don't know, but I have to go get ready. My dad is on his way over here.
Okay. Well, trying to figure out with whatever you do that whether it's after the basketball game or whatever, that I'm just trying to make sure before you close anything that there is a plan to finish your business with Jonathan De La Rosa, and I just kind of been signing up to opt in to know what you and Jonathan have in store to come back to, his gesture that he was coming back on here. So, what is in your plans to circle back to Jonathan and give our friend Jonathan a thorough wrap up and have final exchanges with him that wraps up the business from today's event room, Happy Business Networking Building Relationships. So, how are you finishing this off with Jonathan?
Right now, I do not know. I have to go get ready. And I was giving him a little bit here to respond. And I guess we can just leave it open until he responds.
All right, so like I say, Emily, if you are at any point closing this before Jonathan comes on here, and so if this closes before he returns, I'd be counting on you to reach out to him and give him text and voicemail and just kind of a follow up in terms of what time you closed it and your efforts to accommodate his intentions of rejoining and doing the relay, picking this up for the replay. So are you in agreement with that, Emily?
Sure, but I'm getting ready now.
Okay, I'll leave it all in your hands. Thanks, Emily. All right, everybody. Emily is going ahead and getting ready to go to the ball game for the University of Wisconsin Badgers basketball game. The women's team, I believe. I think they're doing a devotion to pride and so this was something that a group of our friends today was talking about, and Emily chimed up that she was aware of the game, and I guess in the previous hours to this, drummed up that her parents or dad or something's going on, that her mom was coordinating with Emily, and so a nice little event there through basketball, collegiate sports, with the Big Ten. So my understanding is it's Northwestern that is going to be visiting, or that is visiting and ready to play basketball against the UW Madison Badgers women's basketball team, and to. Oh,
And I do have it on the Google Calendar, Kurt. And I put
yeah,
one or two other games on the Google Calendar too.
yeah. And Emily, I did accept your invitation for the meeting going on right now with the board meeting with Pastor Reed and Craig Lesser that we talked about today. Everything slotted in there for 5 o'clock today. I did accept the invite.
Okay, I sent the text message, that the initial text message that I sent you about it. I sent that to Sue too.
You sent that to who?
Huh?
You sent an initial text message to who?
The first message that I sent you telling you that they were having the board meeting on the 31st. I sent that message to Sue.
To Sue. Yeah, and like I say, with that meeting, you have the meeting in there slotted as going right now. So the date you had entered there when you saved it, it's saved to today's business. And I just want to make sure you're aware of that everything was showing up
Well,
on Google Calendar for today.
it'll get fixed, Kurt. I'm just not in the mood to be doing anything right now.
Well, you're going to a basketball game. You're going and having some fun.
Well, anything regarding anything else.
Yeah, so just.
And Jennifer, I'm having issues with Jennifer because she can't find, even though I emailed it to her, she still can't find it. But this doesn't need to be on the replay.
Yeah, so it looks like you'll be able to just take a break here, and after the game concludes and so forth, quickly come back and create some repetition to it so that Jennifer A. Whitaker with Jaws Coffee Chat with her shows of.
Well, I might try doing it on the way or something because she wants it ASAP.
Okay, so yeah, whatever timing you have worked out with Jennifer, and
So unless if it's getting to her some other way, I don't know.
yeah, I know Jennifer is going with a show tomorrow that I still didn't finish my notes on writing it down, but it's Jaws Follow Your, and I think it's Dreams. That's what makes sense. So I'm putting that down.
Yeah, it's follow your dreams.
Okay, so Jaws Follow Your Dreams, and
And it's every other Friday.
yeah. So, but it kicks off tomorrow. So Jennifer Whitaker is putting the finishing touches on the show tomorrow, which is coming together at 3 Central, 4 Eastern. It's the it is appropriately by coincidence the same time as Mutual Aid Network Dream Time. So, or do I have that right? No, I actually don't have that right. That is actually during the Mutual Aid Network. It is the time of home ec. So they call it home ec because they have a site. But we have a visitor here.
Jonathan, seriously,
Jonathan,
buddy,
welcome to your show, Jonathan.
you kind of missed your show there, buddy.
What's the good word?
The good word is go Badgers.
I like that. I think. What's going on though? Like, what did I miss so far?
Uh,
Oh, only 9 people, huh? Wow.
yeah, and the few people that did come in, only came in to, didn't even come on stage. They were like here
Oh,
and then left. And we haven't had anybody for like the last 45 minutes.
wow. Wow. Emily, thank you for being in my room the other day, by the way.
You're welcome.
That was a 4-hour marathon. That was crazy.
Yeah,
What did you think?
I thought it was good. So Kurt, it was his podcast, Jonathan having his podcast on Clubhouse. Or having your big win on Clubhouse.
But it was like it didn't turn out. It didn't. I didn't expect it to get like that though. Like that was crazy. Like it got really deep really fast. I
Has it
think you
ever
missed the
gotten like
first
that
part.
before?
Kind of, but not quite like that. Like that was crazy. Like that was wild. How deep that was.
So I guess it
So I was,
sort of depends on who shows up and that kind of thing, too.
it does, yeah. Of
Well,
course it
and
does.
how much everybody wants to talk.
Definitely. I'm hoping that next week though, like I'll break 200 people that comes in. That's my goal. 200 people by next week.
Jonathan, can we do something about getting people to show up here?
Wait, repeat that again?
Can we do something to figure out how to get people to show up here?
Definitely, definitely. What are we gonna do about because we gotta get some heavy hitters in here. That's what it is. You know, not just from HNP, but from like on here on Clubhouse too. Because that's a big way. Because that's what I noticed when you have like heavy hitters, meaning people who are like super well known. You're gonna like it's almost like it's inevitable that you're
Yeah,
gonna like.
do you know of anybody that you could get to show up?
What do you mean, as a moderator or what? Like, what do you
or
mean?
like the heavy hitter thing.
Like that would come in as a moderator or as a speaker?
Either one, but at least as a uh, at least as a speaker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that can be done. Let's see here. Yeah, I usually ping people in here, and most of the time, people. I'll at least get a few people. I pinged earlier. I was actually pinging earlier when I was on the phone, and I don't think anybody showed up.
Jonathan, what were you doing on the phone earlier?
Who was that? What was
What
I
were
on
you
the phone
doing
with?
on the phone?
What was I doing on the phone?
Yeah, well, having your phone call.
Some really bad stuff. Of course, I'm kidding.
Yes.
Of course, I'm kidding. No, it was no. It was a business call. It was like one of those calls I couldn't like just get out of. So like me popping in, that was my way of like kind of showing like I'm here. But it's annoying because I was driving at the time. So like I would go to my GPS and then it would automatically log me out of Clubhouse. So I'm like, crap. What am I gonna do? You know. So I was trying to come back in the Clubhouse. Like I would keep trying to come in the Clubhouse without messing up my GPS. And then I got to the point where I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. So I was like, let me just come in when I could actually talk and focus, you know?
Yeah, I was just giving you a hard time. Jonathan, did you hear Diva's doing a posting party now? Every third Friday of the month.
Sorry, what were you asking me?
Did you hear that? Did you know that Diva's doing a posting party now?
Diva is?
Yeah.
I know I miss doing that actually. Do you guys still go on the posting party?
Yep, we still go to the Monday one.
To the Monday one?
Yeah. But
I know I
Diva's starting one now.
so like a separate posting party?
Yeah, like
Dang.
a live creatively posting party.
That is so cool.
That's not really connected to HNP.
Oh wow.
So
Um
it's like every third Friday of the month.
got it. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's actually good to know.
So if you're ever around at 7 Eastern, or yeah, Friday evenings.
Oh, this is
Um,
on Friday evenings. And
yeah,
this is Zoom, right?
yes. So
Interesting.
if you're ever around on the third Friday of the month in the evening,
So the third Friday of the month. Where do I register? Do you know?
um, I was not cool and didn't save the chat a little bit ago, where I think she had the link, but um, I was going to get it from her. So when I
Oh,
do, I can send it to you.
yes, please. Third Friday of the month. Yeah, because that's not something I can remember. Um, well, I can, but like,
Because you
so
used to come to the Monday ones occasionally, but you haven't been there in a while.
yeah, exactly. Third Friday. So that means it's coming up then, right?
What?
So if it's the third Friday of the month, that means it's coming up. Like there's one that's coming up.
Yeah, there's one tomorrow.
There's one tomorrow. Oh my god, that's awesome. That's so clutch. Third Friday of the month. Um, the funny thing is, I have not been active at all. Like literally at all.
What the hey, Jonathan? Yeah, you need to get going.
I know, I know. Um, I'm thinking about making a separate LinkedIn for my podcast.
That might be cool.
Yeah, that might be a good idea actually, because I don't want to combine. Because that's part of what bothers me. Like, I really don't like, combining my business stuff to my podcast. I don't want to like mix the two. That's what I have a hard time with. Um, but yeah, if you could send it to me, that'd be wonderful. Um, yeah.
I was just thinking of LinkedIn. Kurt, I don't know if you noticed, I created a Festivus LinkedIn page.
Festivus.
Um, if you're there, Kurt. But anyway, so Festivus is connected with Seinfeld.
Yes, yes, yes. No, that's why I was like, whoa, I haven't heard that word in a while. Festivus.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
so the Ruska family for the past 25 years has had a Festivus in February event, the first weekend in
Mm,
February.
very cool.
And so this year it's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of
Mm-hmm.
February. And uh, there's going to be the airing of grievances, feats of strength, online games, board games, a scavenger hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Um, new this year is Marilyn Lemaire from Hawaii. I don't know if you know who she is, but she's doing karaoke on the 3rd. And so you're invited if you'd like to join us or join
Um,
them anytime that weekend.
of course, of course. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Um, yeah, yeah. Just send me the if you can send me the link. I still got to go on one of your Saturday podcasts as well. That's like the 90th time I've said that. Actually, more, probably more. But but guys, I gotta hop out. I gotta go to another room.
Okay, I'm gonna close this room then. But
Okay.
thank you, Jonathan.
Yeah, of course, of course. What I'll do is next week I'm gonna block this time out anyway, so I'll be here for the whole time.
Okay.
And yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys soon.
Yep.
If you guys want to join me in my other room, that'd be great. I mean, that's totally fine.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right. Bye bye.
Right.
Bye, Jonathan.
Gary, did you hear my comment about the Festivus LinkedIn page?
Yes, so I'm trusting you've got that all established with Sue.
Um, I'll say something to her too. Um, but just since I was thinking of it, I thought I'd tell you. Because I think I might have added you and her as speakers on the event. So, but I'll say something to her to make sure she knows about it.
All right, Emily, what's next for Happy Business Networking, Building Relationships by Happy Neighborhood HNP? What do you got? Keep her going.
We will see everybody next week as I am closing this room.
Go Badgers. See you next week, and don't forget the hangout on the house of Happy Neighborhood HMP. The house on Friday is 3:30 Pacific, 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. Hang out every week on Fridays as well. So we got the Thursday Friday combo every week. Club on Thursday, house on Friday.